Welcome back, adventurers, to Bedrock Legends, the server where life is fragile, confidence is misplaced, and furniture is almost always made of fear. Today, my intentions are admirably clear, which is suspicious in itself. We're going to begin, at long last, with the properly construction, of my wizard's tower. Yes, the tower I've talked about, semi-built, but mostly dreamt about, and I've fallen off the hills a couple of times, repeatedly, while trying to plan it. At the very least, what I want to do is get the bottom floor built. A whole, solid, respectable floor, something that won't blow away in a stiff breeze. But there's more. There are whispers, rumours I've heard, muttered secrets across the whole server, that something rather special has appeared. A build so intriguing that I, even a wizard of profound distraction, have taken notice. So, stay with me until the end of the episode, where we'll be laying the foundations of greatness, wobbling our way through a bit of architecture, and then we'll wander off to uncover what marvel or madness the others have summoned into existence. If nothing else, it'll be entertaining. Right, let's descend this hill and wander back towards the village, the oceanic village, my little haven of safety, of civilization, of mild confusion. What's this here? I don't like raiding. Okay. Let's nip back to bed. There are only a couple of us on the server at the moment, which means I must heroically initiate the sleep cycle. It's a noble responsibility, a vital duty. And frankly, I'm exhausted already. We've only just started. So, once the morning breaks, we can peer into the chest of secrets. I am not the most organised of people, certainly not in Minecraft, where ideas seem to sprout like weeds, and I grab whatever the nearest one is before wandering off after something shiny. So organisation and preparation tend to kind of slide down the priority list until they've fallen, well, clean off the bottom. So perhaps I'm almost ashamed to admit this. Perhaps I should make some bundles. Something to wrangle all of these materials into sort of tidy little pockets rather than whatever this is. It might even be the best idea I've had all morning. Wood. We're gathering wood because wood is good. Yes, it rhymes. Yes, there's probably a poem in there somewhere, but for now, wood is simply necessary. I want a proper interior section in this tower, something warm, something textured. A nice blend of wood and calcite, both inside and out. And we're going to be adding a little bit of tuff for detailing later. But first things first, wood. So let's collect some dark oak. And later I will collect some spruce, the finest wood known to Minecraft. And if I can manage it, a bit of stripped oak too. A wizard's tower deserves nothing less. As we rattle our way up this minecart track, I did notice something rather helpful in the comments from the last episode. Someone suggested, quite rightly, that I should decorate the interior of this tunnel. So it isn't just plain. It's a fair critique, very fair, maybe painfully fair. And honestly, it's a marvellous idea. Perhaps the 7 stages of wizardhood. Perhaps something mystical, inspiring, or something that can make people say, "Good heavens, what has that wizard been drinking?" In a good way, of course. Now, I won't be doing that in this episode, don't panic. I know my aims and objectives today, and I'm sticking to them with the discipline of a slightly overwhelmed squirrel. But we will be implementing something here, so leave your ideas below. Do we go for a giant theme, one like a grand magical tapestry running the whole length of the track, or like little vignettes as you ride up, a scene here, a scene there, something to surprise you around every bend that's hollowed out inside. So maybe it's all about biomes, which could be tricky, challenging, and mildly unhinged if you want that. I will basically do whatever you say I should do in the comments, so it's now up to you to decide. Meanwhile, let's sort this floor out, block by block. Spruce plank by spruce planks. Let's do some edging, and then once the edging's complete, we're going to be doing the interior. And the interior is going to be tough. It's going to be tough blocks. And I'm not sure which one I want yet. Oops, daisy. Chop, chop, chop. Okay. I'm going to have to lift everything up as well. So might as well do that now. Let's get this complete. Yeah, let's get all this stuff up and out of the way. So at least when I can do the floor, oops, in one piece. Right. Let's get these tough blocks into position. And for anyone who was wondering, because I certainly was, the block I'm using is officially called Chisel Tough Bricks. Very fancy. I like them particularly because the sides have that lovely carved detail, but the tops look like proper tiles. Clean, neat, and perfect for a wizard's floor. Right, we're nearly there now. The main floor is almost complete. There we go. And I'm also doing the underside. There's going to be this overhang. Okay, so I'm giving myself a little bit of a lip beneath it, as you can see if I turn around here. You see that bit there? So, so underneath that there'll be a kind of hanging overhang thing. So I'll probably hang something dramatic from there one day. Not today, but one day eventually. For now, the minecart system is going to just sort of remain there. Okay, I may have a lower sort of train section for it to go into at some point, but for now that's what it is. So, right, more chiseled tough and more chiseled tough bricks. Lots of chiseling going on. I need it all. I need it all. What I've realised is that I had a sort of plan in my head for this wizard's tower when I first started, before I even started it. It was going to be this sort of tall tower with a long base at the bottom, sort of stretched out, and then a big tower coming up the top, and then a little tower coming off the side. Very dramatic, very wizardly. However, in my eagerness when I first get started, I may have made several critical errors that we're going to be rethinking now. Okay, so the new plan is this. We're going to go to the top. We're going to make a big circle, a proper round tower shape. And I'm going to build a stairway up using these spruce blocks. Okay, not steps. I'm going to use slabs. Okay, and then once we're up there, I'll use calcite to draw out the circle, and from that we'll have this solid round tower footprint, which is the clear shape, which is a proper way to build and plan, and everything else will come out of that. So that's going to be our kind of the main dramatic shape, and that's going to go way up, become the kind of the central tower. I can then have a kind of a bottom shape first, and then I can build a little mini tower off the side of that anyway. This is the floor that we're working on. This is this bit here. Our great landing, our future. So now comes the fiddly bit. I need to basically do a whole lot of remodeling to carve this circle out properly, completely. So I fancy this is a perfect moment for a montage, a little musical interlude, some swift cuts, and the illusion that I actually know what I'm doing. So let's hit it. It's montage time. The circle is complete, at long last. However, in a cruel twist of architectural fate, I've realised that the front door is now completely wrong. It's entirely off, in fact. It's not even close. But there's no... Let me show you. Actually, let's go down. Oh, what am I doing? I'm breaking things. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Let me show you. Let me. You'll get. Well, let's get a better view, so you can kind of see what's going on. We need that there. So we were looking up. We can see the circle at the top, the 3 and the 2, 2, and we can see that the door is over on the left. Now, there's no shame in tearing things down and starting again. It can be painful, yes, like pulling off a plaster. That's also your dignity, but sometimes necessary. This is the lesson Minecraft teaches us over and over again. You build a thing, you admire it briefly, and then you rebuild it because you suddenly hate it. So down comes the door, and away with it, and all of it. But in its place, we shall create a better door, a wiser door, a door that actually lines up with the rest of the tower. So we're going to take this beautiful spruce log. Let's take all that away. So that's the that's the middle. I've got to put my logs back. Let's grab that. And that. Oh, I wasn't expecting an empty hole. Maybe put some cobble. Let's fill it in. In actual fact, this is rather like the house I actually live in right now. It's a stone-built house, over 100 years old, and the you see that's in the wrong place now as well. We need to shift this across. Rubble-built houses is what they're called. So you've got an exterior wall and an interior wall, and then the middle is filled with rubble. But let's just chuck all this in here. Okay, great. Grab all, moving. It's taking it's taking its sweet time, and it's nighttime. I notice in the corner of my eye. The moon is rising. We should be fine. Hopefully someone will sleep. Let's get that out of the way. Perfect. Great. Someone sleep. Come on. Someone reset the night. Thank you. Thanks. Right, okay, good. So, let's fill this in. Let's get, I need my, where did I put my spruce logs? There, stripped spruce. I'm going to put the door back together again. Okay, or some. Ouch, my knees. So that's that bit there. And then all of this is wrong as well. It makes for a more impressive doorway, let's face it. More wood, I'm afraid, though. More wood is needed. So I'm back down the bottom. Collecting spruce. Can't reach it. Up. Just one more. That's it. Perfect. Stripped spruce logs are the delight. So what I'm actually doing is we're making shelves, ladies and gentlemen. Shelves, shelves, shelves. This is the first time I've ever made them. And I'm not even making shelves. I'm making, well, let's show you. They're going to be part of the front door. I'm using them as purely a decorative block. They're a vertical slab, if ever there was one. And that's exactly where I want them to be. My beautiful vertical slabs. Again, this is why, again, we need something interesting to look at as we ride up and down the minecart. I like the way it slows down at the top though. Watch. Oh, come on. We can do it. That's it. We're nearly there. that we just passed there, that's probably going to be my underground train station. Because I want this floor to be delightful. To make shelves is it is stripped logs. There we go. Doesn't that look good? Now we'll just do two lines of them, and then we're going to put trapdoors between them to give a bit of style. Otherwise, the style police will arrive, and I'll be arrested for making something ugly. Let's get up there. Hup, hup. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a wee gander at that. That looks amazing. 1,000,000 times better. A door fit for a wizard. A bit messy back here, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I see. Yes, it will be fine. The door is complete, aligned, respectable, and far less embarrassing than its predecessor. So let's now turn my attention to the first floor. We're going to lay it out properly, and beneath it, I think I'm going to add those dark oak logs as interior beams. That different look of wood should look really lovely. Strong and handsome. The kind of beams that say, yes, this wizard knows what he's doing. Will there be a fireplace? Possibly. Beams, fireplace makes sense. A wizard does enjoy a good hearth, but we'll see how the space takes shape. We'll see where naturally a fireplace is going to land. Because at the moment, I still don't really know. One magical step at a time. Yes, that's the beams make sense coming over here like this. Bim, 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 bim. So when you start kind of putting things together like this, you start to realise, I might have to change the stairs. And that looks, and I'm going to have beams coming up as well. This is the nice creative thing about Minecraft, is that we can change things. We have to change things. No, I'm going to put that back. And then we'll just put the stairs like that. And like that. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to have to chop it all down and put it all back together again. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. One step at a time. Right. So, 1, 2, 3, and then just like that. It's got to make ergonomic sense, and it's got to be practical. There. What have we got in here? There we go. There, beautiful. And then we can have a kind of a pillar here, maybe a pillar down here as well. So it looks like the ceiling's being held up. I didn't even realise it was nighttime. I'm in the zone. I'm concentrating too much. 3 wide is... Yeah, that feels good. La 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 la. Yeah, maybe there. Chop this one out. Pillars are cool, as the Doctor said once upon a time. Pillars are cool. Or did he say bow ties are cool? I can't remember. But pillars are cool. Look at that. Amazing. Looks so modern. I think we've done a really good job so far. Truly, the tower is, in my opinion, beginning to look actually like a tower rather than a confused stack of intentions. We've got a front door, marvellous, which is naturally means we need a back door, which is kind of what I've been trying to figure out over there. This thing here. I'm not entirely sure where it should lead yet. At the moment, it goes absolutely nowhere, but that's fine. Many great plans begin with a door to nowhere, so we'll return to this later. For now, I know one thing for certain. I need more wood, far more wood. So we're going to head down the hill to gather supplies, and after that, perhaps we'll visit somewhere else, a little tour, a little exploration, a change of scenery. Well, it's never hurt anyone, except creepers, and they deserve it. It appears that on my wood collecting expedition and my earlier comments about creepers, they've come back to haunt me. Literally, I seem to have summoned one by just speaking its name. A classic wizard's curse. And here it is, charging me down the hill. Like an enthusiastic hissing fan. Come on then. All right, come on, let's be having you. There we go. Unharmed. Problem solved, mostly. I think even the sheep survived, so there we go. Let's continue grabbing our wood, our spruce, our lovely spruce, because that's going to make up the most of the interior, and eventually the roof, I dare say, the roof. As I make my way across the countryside, I've spotted something remarkable in distance. A big tower, marvellous, huge, even bigger than my own, which is quite frankly rude, but also inspiring. And look at this, my old dirt house, my very first shelter. Revisiting it like this is oddly charming. It's completely empty, absolutely useless, but full of potential. It's amazing what you can do with dirt, and I might even give it a little makeover one day, a doer-upper. A few more mossy blocks, a lovely knobbly grass roof. It could be quite adorable. So, and also from here I can see right down into the coastal village, a perfect vantage point. It's very scenic, and I'm keeping my wits about me, just in case there's any more creepage that decides to pay a visit. Ow, my knees, my knees. That's one fall I won't be forgetting. That'll be bruising in the morning. Oh, there's the village. There's my tower in the distance. Ah, and there's Alien Doctor himself. Good afternoon, sir. Swift as lightning on a horse, and just as dramatic, even dismounted, which is oddly charming. Right, let's hop across here, and there it is in the distance. Somebody has made a police box, blue in shape, not blue in shape, blue in colour, box in shape. But it's at a scale that is rather amazing. Now let's take a look at this absolute marvel. The Doctor Who police box has appeared, and something peculiar has happened with time and space, because normally it's bigger on the inside, but this one is very much bigger on the outside, and rather snug on the inside. Quite the cosmic inversion. It is astonishingly, truly, to build something this wonderfully ostentatious in a hardcore survival world. So for full congratulations to whoever created it. I'll track down the culprit, or the genius, next episode, I'm sure. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Do leave a comment below. I always enjoy reading them, whether they're questions, suggestions, or gentle reminders that I've done something absurd again. A huge thank you to the Bedrock Legends team for inviting me along. I'm having a whale of a time. It's fantastically good fun. Do subscribe if you'd like to. It really does help the channel. And feel free to ask anything about Wizard Keen, Wonder Quest, or the curious wizardly antics that I get up to. And yes, I do have a Wizard Quest adjacent series in the works. I'm simply waiting until I reach enough watch hours to make it sustainable before unleashing it upon the world. So every new view genuinely helps. Until next time, adventurers, thank you. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Wizard Keen, signing off.